The hanging of our wild game represents so much. It's the turning of a page, the end of one hunt, and the beginning of another. The stories told around these places are some of the stories that stick with me forever. They're impactful. They're fresh. They're the stories that lead us to these places. The hanging of our meat for the next year. When I'm alone, this is the time I take to reflect back on the hunt. The older I get, the more I realize that every little thing that happens throughout the day is what led me to that moment, and I appreciate those things more and more as time goes on. Sometimes those can be the result of our error, forgetting something back at camp, a flat tire, or simply somebody hunting the area we intended to go to. There's little things that put us in these places that lead us to these moments. And when you really stop and think about it, it's all pretty fascinating.
Oh, that happened so fast.
These are the hunting stories told between me and my friends, and how our deer ended up on the meat pole in this year's Montana deer camp. We started off in the typical spots, glassing the typical areas, running the typical roads.
Fresh out the boat in the promised land, 24 hours, got a gun in my hand. Sagebrush prairie fires I can see, God bless manifest destiny. Night of hard drinking and I met a bad man, traded money for my soul and my quick hand. A contract pen for some men to be dead, paid me silver.
I'm just kind of trying to pick it apart here, go a few steps at a time and spot out ahead of us. It's hard enough as it is, but it's so quiet tonight. Trying to just stay in this really short stuff. This is super fresh.
It was now November 17th, the last day I had to fill my tag before it was time to head a little further north in Montana and meet Nick and Willie.
There's a buck. I just got a glimpse of him. There's definitely a buck over there. I just kind of saw a flash of antler back to the left. Oh, there we go. That's a good buck, Ryan.
It's funny how hunts work out. You feel like you grind and grind and grind, and then when it happens, it feels like it's fast.
Let's see if we can just get around this corner. We'll kind of go up and Oh, that happened so fast.
For me, I want to sit there and soak up every last moment, think of every last detail. It seemed like it happened in the blink of an eye once it finally came together. The pieces of the puzzle finally aligned, and I was able to get my shot.
Get to work on him and get back to camp. What a pretty buck.
I can't explain the feeling of gratitude I have for this landscape and this place. Since I was a young boy, I've been able to come here and enjoy my time with my family and friends and find deer and find success year after year. The stories that have come from this landscape are endless. Once I get started, it's kind of hard to stop. I can't say enough about how much respect I have for the animals that live here, in this landscape, and what it's provided for me and my family through the years. This is where it all began for me, and now it's where it's all began for my sons. It's filled the freezer since I was a little boy. It's pretty incredible to think about, really, the renewable resource, if we just take care of it. And another story, another one to be able to tell.
And now I'm going to hunt with Willie and Nick and everyone, try to help them get mule deer, so
On the next Vortex Select. He's up, Nick. He's up.
Come on. Gotta stop him.